And me, being an idiot, I say, after Shane curses him out, I say, you want to watch the show, then get in line with the other marks. And you hear Taz start hysterical laughing. And I'm like, and then I say, I shouldn't have said that. But I'm trying to help Shane because we're all ride or die together, you know? So I open my mouth and Scott kind of looks at me like, bitch, shut up, you know? And everybody's laughing because it was a good line. You have to admit that is a good line.
That's a good line. No, that's very good.
It's
spontaneous.
Shane, Bam Bam, Candido, and myself all go out, you know, where the bleachers are, and Scott's standing there, and here comes the locker room. So we're front and center, everybody's behind us on the bleachers, and then Scott, you know, ate a piece of humble pie and said, brother, I just want to watch the show with my son. I'm just here as a fan. I just want to watch the show. And me, being an idiot, I say, after Shane curses him out, I say, you want to watch the show, then get in line with the other marks. And you hear Taz start hysterical laughing. And I'm like, and then I say, shit, I shouldn't have said that. But I'm trying to help Shane because we're all ride or die together, you know? So I open my mouth and Scott kind of looks at me like, bitch, shut up, you know? And everybody's laughing because it was a good line. You have to admit that is a good line.
That's a good line. No, that's very good. It's spontaneous.
Yeah, it just started off the, you know, me being a heel and all. But then, you know, Chris and Bam Bam get out of here. You know, Shane's like, you're not welcome here, blah, 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 blah. So he puts his tail between his legs and he leaves. We don't see him again. And he comes back a different time. Now, Shane's not here anymore.
Right. So
I go up to him and he says, you're that franchise girl, aren't you? And I just went, oh my God. And he's like, no, Francine, I know who you are. And then he goes, I used to have a crush on you back in the day. That's typical Scott Hall trying to hit on a girl, whatever. And I'm just like, okay. And I said, I want to apologize. And I did. I apologized. I said, I stuck up for my friends when in reality, I just should have kept my mouth shut because it wasn't my fight to fight, right? It was Shane's battle. I should have never said a word. I should have especially, what am I going to do? I'm a girl. You know how many times I jumped in the middle of Shane's fights? He was fighting Tracy Smothers. I jumped in the middle. He fought somebody else. I jumped in the middle trying to I mean, there's millions of guys there that are 5 times my weight that could have broke it up. But here I am trying to, you know, get everybody apart. And that's the way I was. So anyway, I apologized to Scott, told him I was sorry. And I knew we were working together that night because, you know, he was working with PJ. And I told him, give me the razor's edge. I'll take it. I deserve it. You know, I should have kept my mouth shut. And he goes, nah, I'm just going to make out with you a little bit. I was like, oh, what? Yeah, he said, and he point blank, I do not want to hurt you. Which I thought was the nicest thing. Because he could have just picked me up and threw me as a receipt. You know, right. Some guys would do that 100%. I deserved it. I should have kept my mouth shut, but he wouldn't do that. And I found him to be so charming and so easy to work with. And as much as I love Shane, you know, I have to admit Scott Hall is a nice man.